Welcome to Good News Week, and the big news, Viva Chile! Viva, viva, viva! One of the best stories of the year. After being trapped under 700,000 tonnes of rock for 69 days, all 33 miners are out. Obviously, they're not out. What happens in the mine shaft stays in the mine shaft. Their time underground was a mixed bag. Sure, they were trapped in a mine for 10 weeks, but they did get to escape the Commonwealth Games. So what really went on 700 metres underground for more than 2 months? Well, according to some reports, they played the world's longest, most boring game of I Spy with My Little Eye. Also coming in time for Christmas, Chilean miner action figures. It takes 69 days to free them from the packet, and once they're out, they never work again. Finally, Australia's political leaders are having a debate about Afghanistan. OK, so far it's mostly been about whether Julia's a bastard or Tony's got jet lag. But I'm sure they'll get around to the war sooner or later. Abbott made the mistake of using the war as a political football, then kicked an own goal and pulled his groin. Tony is mad, and not just in the usual sense. He's mad because when he said he was worried about visiting Australian troops on his way to London because of the jet lag, people seem to take it the wrong way. Jet lag is an ongoing problem for the opposition leader, along with brain lag. Which is when it takes his brain a couple of days to realise that his mouth said something he didn't want it to say. Tony, everyone who flies to London gets jet lag. The best way around it is a stopover on the way. Somewhere like, I don't know, Afghanistan. Abbott later admitted his jet lag comments were poorly chosen. Probably the effects of jet lag. But he hates flying. When he hears that big pop... He said the real reason he didn't go with Julia was because he thought she might be blown apart by insurgents. But clearly his contacts in the Taliban are just as unreliable as the Labor government. Of course, many of our soldiers were quite happy he didn't visit with Gillard. The temptation to make her laugh by shooting the little fucker in the head would have been too great. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more strange, Abbott's office ordered the Defence Department to not release images of him firing an assault rifle, like this one. Just out of frame, the side of a barn is breathing easy. There were reports that Tony even wanted to embed with the troops for a few days. But what he actually said was that he wanted a bed for a few days to get over his jet lag. The stupidity should have ended there, but no! Abbott then lashed out at Julia for Machiavellian bastardry, in which she cunningly managed to get him to put his entire foot in his own mouth. And Christopher Pyne called Gillard a back-alley street fighter who was not fit to be Prime Minister. Well, at least she's fit enough to not suffer from jet lag! And that's the good news.
It's Good News Week. Someone dropped the bomb somewhere, contaminating the atmosphere and blackening the sky. It's Good News Week. Someone found a way to give the rotting dead a will to live, go on and never die. It's Good News Week. It's Good News Week.
Hello? Thank you, good evening. Tonight, jet-lagged and yet still able to form a sentence, the sweet face of evil, Mikey Robbins. Finishing her tour this week in Gosford, Newcastle and Port Macquarie, the wholesome goodness of Kitty Flanagan. And bringing his smash hit show, Get It India, back to the Sydney Comedy Store in November, the explosive rage of Tom Gleeson. And they're brawling in the back alley with the street fighter, Claire Hooper. Just back from a family holiday to Europe, the Clark Griswold of Australian comedy, Colin Lane. And kicking off her Australian tour tomorrow night in Sydney with the brilliant one-woman show, wishful drinking, actor, screenwriter, best-selling author and Pez dispenser, Carrie Fisher.
Hello,
welcome to our world.
Oh, sorry to interrupt your welcome, but just regarding Carrie, I got a text from Mikey on Friday. Curse you, Miss Fisher is on your team. Were you a teenage boy in the 70s? I don't think so.
Then I'm glad you're over there.
You're not the first person who said that.
He filled
I won't be the last, though.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
I'm all right, yeah. I think I'm just, we're
together.
No, he's
together.
solid as a rock, that fella.
Yeah,
You're safe as houses with him.
I'm very excited to be next to you.
He's a little nervous, and...
He's confessed that already?
Yeah.
Very excited
I'm
to
going to
be.
make him more nervous, though.
Oh, how fantastic. I'd like to see that.
I was speaking to a gay friend of mine last night, and I told him that I was going to be sitting next to Carrie Fisher on the show, and he goes, oh my God, she's such an icon. And I said, what, like a gay icon? And he goes, yeah. And I go, because of Star Wars and Princess Leia and that kind of stuff. And he goes, no, because of the amount of drugs she's taken.
Okay, now is
thanks
that... Australian gay people in Australia do a lot of drugs, do they?
I've heard a rumour that most of us do
America.
drugs, do we not? We're the drug nation of the world, per head of population,
I never knew why I was an icon before. It's such an abstraction, but if that's why, I'm just thrilled. I couldn't be happier.
And when did you get in? Beautiful
To drugs?
Oh, I don't know. Let's go there.
A week ago.
Oh, how fantastic. Yeah.
Good
Enjoying it?
question. What?
Have you been to Australia before?
Once for work, twice for fun. I have friends down here.
Love it.
Can't do better than that.
Friendship across the water.
Why are you clapping that? You're clapping that just because people knew other people and were friends. And because Carrie's from America, you thought that she expected it. You would never do that if I said that.
You don't have any friends? Do you
No,
have
I
any
do
in
have friends.
America?
If I just said I've got some friends, who's got...
Hang on, Tom.
I underestimated you.
You don't seem like you would.
Yeah.
In a good way. Yeah, no one's good
And
enough.
5 guys on Facebook doesn't count.
Apart from having no friends and only 5 guys on Facebook, how is your life at the moment?
It's pretty good. I'm doing shows in Brisbane and Sydney. I'm going to go back there and do some shows because I sold out some shows earlier in the year in Brisbane and Sydney. So I thought I'd go back because...
You sold out some shows.
Well, I just...
There goes another ball. It's over the fence for 6. Ah, it's a beautiful shot by Tom Legger. Over there. Really, you've sold something out.
Well, yeah, I wanted to go back because I was like, there's got to be more money in these bloody towns. So I've gone back there to try to dig some more coin out of those joints.
And you've got a new book out.
Do I?
Oh, no, sorry, that's Carrie Fisher's book. Kitty, how are you?
Yes, I'm very much...
Oh, God, he's got another fur ball.
How are you, Kitty?
I'm very well, yeah, I'm excited. Doing the shows this week in Gosford and Newcastle, but more exciting, I have just been cast in a new Australian TV drama, which is very good. We're getting on board with the Australian model, They do CSI, then CSI Miami, then CSI New York, and I'm in a new show called Packed to the Rafters Rudy Hill, so looking forward to that. And same sort of family story, 4 kids, a mum and 4 dads is the twist there. So it's going to take a bit of makeup. I've got to play a teen mum, obviously. So. It's actually real. It's not. I was thrown. Carrie Fisher gave me the finger before I said anything, so I panicked.
That's affectionate in the States.
Sure.
It's not a bad thing.
That's what all our Commonwealth
That's
athletes say as well.
supportive, yes.
You could ride for Australia with that.
Good on ya. Good luck. Good luck tonight. Good luck.
Good to see you, Cole.
Yeah, good to see you. Love your work.
Love to the kids, mate. Love to the kids.
Well, I'd just like to say to Brisbane and Sydney, come to my show. Just go to the website, tomgleeson.com.au. Yeah!
affectionate sign language aside, how are you, Colin?
I'm good, thanks, Paul. Thank
You got a
very
new
much.
book out, I believe.
Yes, I've got a new book. It's called Carrie Fisher, Wishful Drinking. I'm the ghostwriter.
He haunted the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Really, you were
we've worked
helpful.
very closely together for at least 4 or 5 minutes, and
It's the best work I've ever done.
And you've just come back from Europe, I believe?
I have. I've just been to Europe a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't know you were going to ask me about that, so I have no jokes concerning it.
Did you sell it out?
Yeah, I sold out.
Sold out Europe?
All over Europe, yeah.
Thank you.
Can I just say, Thomas Gleeson, I also don't have a Facebook page. I actually don't. Like, I'm not on Facebook and I don't have
I'm not
one.
either.
The only problem with not being on Facebook is it takes you a really long time to realise that somebody else has made you a Facebook
Yes!
page. And they're writing hilarious things like, my friend is sick, hope she gets better, lol, and stuff. And it actually... Now, the only thing more terrible than discovering this is the fact that I had to shut it down, and I'm really sorry to whoever was doing it, because it was saving me a lot of work. But when you write what's without an H, I'm sorry, it just has to go. I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do smiley faces, and I wouldn't write what's, W-A-T-S. I just wouldn't do it.
Claire, it was actually me who set up the page, and don't worry, I don't feel bad about it at all. That's fine. So,
Thanks for all your hard work.
Oh, look, I'm sorry, if we're doing that again, I love you, Nana.
Well, let's put a pause on the sign language. It's as affectionate and beautiful.
Paul, you shouldn't be worried about it. It's because of our new 9:30 time slot. We're fine.
Hell, I'm going to give it a bit of this.
I'm going to give it a bit of this. Welcome to Good News Week, now at 9:30.
Remember when kids used to think this was rude?
I think it's about time to begin our little show.
Okay.
Is that not it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Knock yourself.
Oh, we're done. So we're wrapping up.
The brave new world begins with news flash, team versus team against the clock to get the blood pumping. Start with the Robinses.
Yes.
After 26 years and 2,400 episodes, which British TV show came to an end on Saturday night?
The news.
We've never had buzzers.
The news.
We have never had buzzers. You've got it. And you're wrong.
The news has come to an end.
There's no more
Had a
news
good
in
run.
England.
It's had a good run.
Not
Sick of it.
Yeah, actually, no, it's the bill. The bill has finally gone after all those years. Yeah, once you...
Forgot to buzz in.
Oh.
Thank you.
The bill, Paul.
The bill. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have it right, 2 points. Which flamboyant American businessman says he's seriously considering running for president in 2012?
Donald Trump, I'm not a man. But I am in business. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Carrie, you would have it right.
You should.
Carrie Fisher, ladies and gentlemen. 2 points. Bang.
Carrie for president.
I won't know anything else, so I didn't know the bill.
Have you considered ever running for politics?
Running.
You should.
I don't consider anything with running in it.
Don't know running.
No.
You don't know the word and the
No.
meaning of running.
No.
Have you considered walking into
You know
politics?
what would really be good about me in politics, though, is they couldn't find out anything about me, you know.
Yeah, that people
because
don't
they
already
couldn't
know.
dig out.
There'd be
That's
no
right.
dirt. They wouldn't.
They'd have to make up stuff. I don't think anybody that's done a reality show should be allowed to run government. Ever.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Which batsman has just become the first player to score 14,000 career runs in Test cricket?
Sachin. Szechuan.
Yes, close.
His name?
That's not a cricketer, that's a province.
Yeah. Sachin Tendulkar.
Thank you very much. I got it.
Szechuan Tendulkar.
Sasquatch.
Whose extreme cleavage recently upset some viewers of Sesame Street?
That chick that dates the guy that's on the way to the Greek.
Russell
Katy
Brand.
Perry.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry.
Okay, now she thinks there's a buzzer.
Who started the whole buzzer
Started
thing?
the buzzer thing.
Hey, I love ya.
I'm going to throw this one open. What do Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Hillary Clinton, Lady Gaga, and Westpac CEO Gail Kelly have in common? Yes.
They've all posted Playboy.
None of them would vote for Donald Trump for president.
Thank you. Yes, yes.
They're all the Forbes rich
powerful
list.
women.
They're all on the Forbes rich list.
I'm going to give you 1 point each on that one.
All right.
Okay. That's it for them, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a round of applause. The Robbins team now on 7 points. The Hooper team 7 points. Coming up, something gorgeous.
It's Good News Week.
During the break, as Tony Abbott suffered from deep brain thrombosis, both teams were given 3 clues to a recent strange but true story. Robbins, Flanagan and Gleeson got... a paddock playmate. Oh, dear God.
Pantomime ram.
You want a home loan? Get it yourself.
We also have wanton destruction.
To me, I think this was normal before the Australian athletes got hold of it. Chucked it out the window.
And finally, we have this.
For our musical clue, needed a little bit of help. All the way from Edinburgh, both the town and the festival, Craig Hill.
Oh,
Craig
yeah.
Hill! You look beautiful, Craig. I'm going to give them 10 extra points for your beautiful attire and your spotting.
Thank you. It says Christmas in Scotland to me. All I can see is Carrie Fisher, gay icon. Hello.
Hello. Are you one of those drug-taking gays? I've
No,
heard so
I'm the
much
one who
about?
loved the Princess Leia.
Well, I'm sure
gay
she
than the
loved
druggy
you
ones.
too.
Oh, it's lovely to be here. I'm very excited.
How are you, Craig?
I'm very well. I'm just over here doing a few gigs in Sydney, and next week I'm doing Melbourne, Chapel off Chapel.
Chapel off Chapel?
Chapel off Chapel in
Chapel off
Melbourne
Chapel.
on 22nd, 23rd, which will be fun.
And will you be wearing this attire? On the...
No, I won't be. This was especially for Good News Week.
Oh.
You know what I'm worried about? I think you look a little bit like a Scottish cricketer.
Well, I brought my balls.
Seeing
Come
we...
on, he walked into that one.
Wouldn't that be a terrible thing? And do you have a clue for us?
Yes, I do. Hit it, Dave. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change.
Craig Hill! Craig Hill! Oh, and the amazing thing is, if Michael was still alive, that's probably what he'd look like. And Hooper, Lane and Fisher have a receptacle. Not as much fun, obviously, as a ram's head.
Oh, there are some ashes in there. Ashes of... Oh. That was a mistake.
Refreshments as well.
We have a slab. Do you call them slabs? Slabs
No,
of
we
beer
do
in the
not.
States?
No.
We call them slabs.
Slab.
Of beer here. Slab meaning just like a
Bunch of beer.
A bunch of beer. Yes, that's an Australian word. Do you know what a bogan is?
No, but I bet you're going to tell me.
Yeah, bogan is a very highly intelligent
Giving the game away, people.
wine connoisseur. Yes,
so,
yes,
yeah.
yeah. And you know what a dag is?
Do you know what a ball sack is? They have them in Europe. Did you see any on your trip?
I didn't see any ball sacks overseas, although I did travel to Bosnia and met a few people called ball sacks.
French. French more, I think.
Oh, they're French.
Yeah.
French. Balzac. Yeah. Monsieur Balzac.
Oh,
It sounds so much classier, Colin, when you say, like, Balzac.
So you were explaining beer to me, though.
Yeah, that's a slab of beer, and so that's a slab, and bogan means highly intelligent.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Got it then.
And a dag is kind of like, well, basically either me or a piece of dried poo. Really, it is. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Cheers.
Yeah.
And finally, we have this.
Well, they didn't tell me about the singing. I have a lovely singing voice, but it's not as good as the singer that we've gotten to do our clue.
Okay.
Right? Which is Paris Wells.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paris Wells. Paris Wells, hello.
Hello.
Look at you. Thanks for joining us. That's your new
Yeah,
CD?
that's me.
Yeah. Is this your first?
Second album out on the
album.
market.
I apologise.
That's right. And came out at number 47 in the iTunes charts.
Oh, good.
So, Susan Boyle, I'm coming to get you. Can I just say, Carrie, I really loved you in 30 Rock when you played the wino. I love that.
Oh, yeah, Pill Addict and Wino. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, how beautiful.
I got to say, that is so Gen Y to only know about Carrie from 30 Rock.
Which actually led me to Star Wars after I watched it. So, yeah.
Actually, Carrie, I've been wanting to say you're involved in my favourite moment of cinema of all time, when John Belushi takes his sunglasses off in The Blues Brothers. That, to me, is...
And drops me in the mud.
I wasn't going to mention the second part of the scene.
No, I like that bit, too.
Was he a good kisser?
Well, he'd had mouthwash, and he'd put on a little mascara to take the glasses off.
Oh, yeah.
But I was engaged to his friend at the time, so he was singing My Best Friend's Girl.
You were engaged to...
I was engaged to Danny. We were all about 22.
Danny Aykroyd.
Yes.
Yeah, I call him Danny, too.
Oh, that's it.
So that's it. That's my Blues Brothers thing. Love it. Please.
Let's do it.
It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday. The manager gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. And the piano sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer, and they sit at the bar and put bread in my jaw and say, man, what are you doing here?
Paris Wells, ladies and gentlemen. Our teams will bring all that to life at the end of the show. Now to the game called What's the Story? Mikey, Kitty, Tom, praise the Lord!
Don't mind if I do?
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, who's that?
It's Lisa McCune.
What's this about?
All right.
That's a very boring shop.
Don Bradman does have a special place in the heart.
my heart?
Yeah, in my heart. And there was a moment many years ago, because there's a street in Adelaide called Sir Don Bradman Avenue, and they were going to open a sex shop on it. Seriously.
Called Batting Off. Sorry.
That beats mine. I was going to say Bodyline, but anyway.
I was going to say where everything costs $99.94.
I got that.
I got that. I got that.
Nice cricket joke.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Right now, Richie Benno is pissing himself. Mind you, that could be any time of the day.
What about Sticky Wicket?
Sticky Wicket's lovely. But because of incidents like that, a law was brought in by the Australian government that you just can't go out and call something... Like, you can't have the Sir Donald Bradman pregnancy test. You can't just use it.
I would love that.
And they're going to do the same thing with Sister Mary McKillop.
They're going to have a pregnancy test?
Yeah.
That would be
To see if it
awesome.
was immaculate conception. You take it to prove
Miracle
that God did
is...
it. Yeah.
See, the government has rushed in legislation that you can't just take Mary McKillop's name in vain, so to speak, to make money.
Thank you very much. He does have it right, ladies and gentlemen. The federal government has announced that our first saint, Mary MacKillop, will join Sir Donald Bradman as the only two Australians to have their name protected from commercial exploitation. A certain miracle cleaning product has had to pull its new ad campaign, Hail Mary full of grease, and... and Baker's Delight have cancelled their plans for hot cross nun buns. Companies will even be prevented from using variations of her name, including Saint Mary, Our Mary, Their Mary, M. Dog, Mazamaka, Mizzy McKizzle, and Lady Mama. Still, yesterday was very special. The TV coverage from the Vatican was huge. About the only person missing was Richard Wilkins, despite the fact his lengthy career on Channel 9 is often claimed as Mary's third miracle. Claire, Colin, Carrie, you're on. Who could that possibly be?
That's a film called The Castle.
And
that's a film.
Crocodile in the clinic, yeah.
And then
that's a comedy van.
Carrie, are you jealous that you weren't in those films?
No. I'm jealous that I wasn't in the third Crocodile Dundee. They were talking about it.
Tom Gleeson bought the box set of Crocodile Dundee.
By accident.
How's that accidental?
It's a long story. I had to buy it for a prop for a TV show that wasn't this one. Anyway, point is, I bought it thinking it was Crocodile Dundee 3 because I thought, how hilarious is that? But on the cover, it was actually 1 and 2 in Roman numerals next to each other. So I accidentally bought 2 films.
That could easily confuse a stupid person.
It was a Roman numeral trouble that I had. Not a problem with taste.
Actually, the worst thing was you thought it was Crocodile Dundee 111.
Yeah, you should go out and buy the box set of The Castle.
I think I'll accidentally end up with the Crocodile Dundee thing.
I accidentally bought it the other day.
I have a Roman numeral problem, too.
Yeah.
But I did not have that problem. When I went out to buy Return of the Jedi, I got it.
Oh, but actually, that's the one where I'm in the bikini. But it's thought of, I think, as the worst one.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no.
Yes, that is the worst one. I'm into the first 3.
I'm sorry. The moment that Jar Jar Binks bong-smoking turd turned up...
I had nothing to do with that.
You know, Carrie, I made myself one of those bikinis.
And you've got it on tonight.
I haven't got it
So
here
did
tonight.
I.
But I made it, with the gold swirls.
Oh, the gold swirls. I loved it.
No,
I made it
And
very
Mikey used to
accurate
sit behind me.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you love it. You love it.
Try it to get back into it. I am.
Actually, mind you, the worst thing was Paul's was made of 3 golden ruffs and dental floss.
It's very tricky to stop him eating it off me. Cleaning his teeth up. Anyway, moving on. Do we have an answer?
Okay, the castle is very precious to Australians, and as it turns out, according to a survey done recently, it was voted by Australians as the best representative of them as like the film that best represented Australians.
They have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move away. Let's move away from the accident. According to a nationwide survey by the Australia Day Council, Daryl Kerrigan, the father from The Castle, is the movie character that most represents who we are as a nation. Unless you're a migrant, Aboriginal, or a woman. Through our films, Australians see themselves as ordinary battlers who are down to earth, whereas New Zealanders see themselves as orc battlers who are down to Middle Earth. Our favourite actor is Hugh Jackman, with 54% of the vote, compared with Russell Crowe, who only got 17%. But keep in mind, there was a 17% margin of error.
Is that true?
No, that's a joke.
Okay.
When it comes to showing the world Aussie values, 32% said mateship and 25% said lifestyle. We also shine at binge drinking, giving the finger and wearing the flag as a cape while chasing anyone who looks different. Australia! The Robins is now 27 points. The Hoopers on 17 points. After the break, we bring in the couch.
It's Good News Week.
This is Couch Potato, Robin's team, who will submit themselves to my probing therapy.
Apparently you're not a real doctor. I only found that after I did it. I really shared as well.
Yeah, I think I did it before, and I mean, I was going to do it, but I've already plugged my shows, and I was just seeing that as another opportunity to do that.
Hooper team, do you have a champion that you could present to me?
Paul, I'd like to submit Miss Carrie Fisher for the couch. Please, it'll be fun. He won't hurt you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carrie Fisher. Oh, I like it.
You've become very close as a team.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait, okay.
Please luxuriate on our vinyl.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Oh, he's a toady.
We're going to still do that waxing later, right?
Sure.
Oh, we must get some cameras on that.
I'm waxing him.
Oh, we must get some cameras on that. We're going to start with some word association. Oh, the lights have dimmed. That's unsettling. That's never happened before. Some word association.
All right.
Hollywood.
No. No isn't a word?
Yes, no is a word. It's a good word.
Hollywood.
It's a great word. It's one of the finest words.
Okay.
Hollywood, no, I can't get there myself. No,
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, man, what a tramp! Herbie, fully loaded. Get fucked.
Is that what it's called here in Australia?
Marriage.
Once.
Books.
5.
Rehab.
3. 2. That's not funny either.
Not the way it's become numbers.
Yeah,
It's not words.
Suddenly become numerical.
7,
It's
4,
just
5,
like the Roman
6.
numbers for the video.
Throws you.
Straight.
The first husband was, yes.
Funny.
They were both funny, depending on your angle.
This could be interesting then. Bikini.
Yes. Metal. I'm going to get back into it before it's too late, really. I've started a diet program. Back in the metal bikini.
Oh, hot dog. To do a photo shoot for...
Geriatric kind
Oh, I
of
love geriatric... Oh, that's what...
That turns you on.
It
I
does
know.
indeed,
You're
yeah.
tumescent with joy. I get it.
I like it.
Okay.
Older, a little bit bolder, you know. Try not to have sex with them because the little chalky bones crack, though.
I'm so aroused right now. I don't even know.
I'm feeling the same. I'm giddy with excitement.
Yeah, no.
Fans.
4. Well, actually, just the 2 here.
I love you. Botox?
No, because I need you to know how I'm feeling, and you can't tell from words, so must see face look unhappy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's botulism, isn't it? Shot of botulism in your head.
In your face.
Oh, somewhere. I don't know. Really?
Well, you've got a very wrinkled ball sack from what they say. Is that... No? No, seriously, somebody over there told me that.
Oh, really?
That would be...
Oh, well,
there's a bunch of people talking about it.
It would be amazing to actually see the ball sack through the thick hedge of pubic hair that seems to...
That's not what I hear, that it's not amazing.
Oh, it's not amazing. Even kinder.
Seriously, it's like 2 old and rotten passion fruits.
Now you're making me hungry.
I'm... They've never been talked about so much in their life.
Behind your back, though.
Oh, they are occasionally.
Yeah,
oh, no, they're not that long. No. They're hanging, but they're not. I wouldn't.
Can I just point out,
sweet.
we have never had an overseas guest who's gotten into the show so quickly.
I'll try to get me out of it now. That's what's going to be scary.
Let's go a
Need
bit...
some lubricant. What? No,
Well, it's
what?
probably good we're going a bit deeper now.
Go on, I'm waiting.
I'm thrilled at the moment. What do people always get wrong about Carrie Fisher?
These aren't mine.
What's the most memorable time you've ever
This,
spent on
right
the couch?
now.
Really?
Right now,
This
yeah.
it?
This is
Oh,
it.
I love that.
Although I'll forget about it very soon, but for right now, I remember it now, and hopefully you guys will remind me if you see me, say, remember the couch happened, you were happy then, and look at you now.
Would you get married again?
Is this a proposal?
I don't know. It could be, yes. God damn it. Yes. As long as my wife and child don't find out about it. Would you get married again?
No.
No?
No.
What's the strangest piece of Princess Leia's merchandise you've ever seen?
They have a Princess Leia sex doll. They do. I swear. No, but seriously, it's a life-size sex doll.
And you couldn't stop that being made? or-
How?
How? I don't know. Please stop making the sex doll of me.
Who do I say that
You couldn't
to?
name it the Mary McKillop sex doll, could you?
Oh, wouldn't it be good if there was the Princess Leia pregnancy test?
Oh.
Yes.
The Force is either with you or...
You've done 700 performances of this show, Wishful Drinking, I believe.
And of this, yeah.
This show. Is it hard some nights to get back into your past?
It's hard to get back into character. Sometimes I forget who Carrie Fisher is. You you find yourself in the middle and you think, why am I doing this? I should be ashamed of myself. No, I don't find it difficult at all because it changes every night because the audience changes, and so I generally will. They're my scene partners, so I'll generally sort of connect with them in a way, and if I don't like it, I can go just out there and sit amongst the audience and wait for someone else to come on.
Okay, last one. Last question for you then.
Thank you.
What's your proudest achievement?
My daughter, Billy.
Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, Carrie Fisher, please thank her. Coming up the bin.
It's Good News Week.
This is 7 things for the bin, like a Good News Week enema for the soul. Mikey, show us the way, will you?
Well, first off, I've got the financial pages here, and what I'd like to talk about is the new black and white bank ads from the Commonwealth Bank. Could they be any wankier? We open on a shot of dog's testicles. A woman rushes in. She faints. And between that and the fact that Bank West seem to take their advice from a talking fucking flower pot. This is why we had a GFC. They're all on acid.
Mr. Mikey Rowan, anybody else want a crack at the bin?
Well, a lot of people are complaining about excessive taser use in Australia. Yeah,
Me,
that's
not
right.
me, not enough.
People are
as far as I'm
dying.
concerned.
People are dying. People are getting tasered 13 times in Perth. Now, apparently, the statistics are 8 out of 10 people that get tasered have a mental illness. What are they complaining about? According to Carrie, solves all your problems.
It's all fun.
Hit him in the temple.
Yeah, so long as you aim right, yeah.
Kitty, do you have something to say?
I don't, like, you know how people read in the toilet, like a newspaper? That's okay. But can I ask that I think maybe people shouldn't talk in toilets. I don't like it when people go into the cubicles and they keep talking. I know I have a weird thing where I think that if you open your mouth in the toilet, germs will get in, but also, there's also that horrible thing where I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear someone saying, yeah, because I was just, I don't want to possibly hear it like a mid-strain. So reading, yes, talking, no. No talking in the toilet.
It's okay. No, it's good. It was good.
I find it upsetting.
Paul!
Just Katy Perry, basically. East Coast guys, I got them unbelievable. I like to show my boobies a lot. I got boobies, I got boobies. I'm sick of seeing your frickin' boobies. That's it. That's all. I've just had, you just, as my mum would call, you're just a bit, mutton dressed up as lamb, quite frankly. Is that wrong? Fuck. Jesus Christ, you people, get out more.
I want to throw Qantas in the bin because Qantas cancelled a flight of mine by accident. And it was really annoying. So I rang up and I said, hey, you've cancelled my flight, can I get another one? And they're like, I think you'll find that you cancelled your flight by accident. And I'm like, no, I think you'll find that you did. And then they're like, no, I think that you did. And I'm like, no, I think you'll find that you did. And they kept going on and on and on. And I said, I think you'll find that I'm the customer. You're supposed to pretend that I'm right, even if you don't think that I am. And I got so angry, I said, you know how this phone call has been recorded for training purposes? When you go to your fucking seminar and you show them this little recording of me getting angry, they're going to agree with me. And even if they don't, the national television audience that watches Good News Week will.
What about, can I put this in the bin? I think it's time now. The title, Chef de Mission. I think I've had enough of Steve Monaghetti, Chef de Mission, and I'm really hoping that Channel 10 doesn't do an athlete's version called Master Chef de Mission. They'll go on and cook rubbish and then do this when they don't get good scores. So Chef de Mission in the bin.
That's a great call. And I must say at this point, very disappointed with the terrorists of the world.
I think you find the terrorists are like Usain Bolt. They only turn up for the big guns. You want to have a big impact.
Well, when you got a couple of Australians, you know, the biggest terrorist act was pushing a washing machine out a window. It's shabby. It's shabby, terrorists of the world. Lift up your game.
Well, we can't find Osama bin Laden and he's on dialysis.
And Facebook, apparently. Do we have anything more for the bin?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, just a sec.
I have one thing.
I won't be a sec. Just sorry, Carrie. But I just want to throw Qantas back in the bin again because I just remembered something else that they do, and that is Qantas. I want to throw you back in the bin because you know what? A calzone is not lunch. Remember the good old days when you'd sit down on an aeroplane, they'd say, "Would you like some lunch?" And it would come on a fucking tray, and you'd be shit there. Not a calzone in a little plastic wrapper. Would you like some lunch, sir? That's not lunch. That's what you get when you go to a shop and you go, "Can I have a pie?" And they're like, "Sorry, sir, there's no pies left. We've only got calzones." And you go, "No, thank you." I've been flying too much.
I don't know what a calzone is.
Folded pizza.
It's what people who fly economy eat.
Now, I was just going to say Paris Hilton. And just one reason, love the girl.
You don't need one.
No, I got a good one.
Okay.
She was not allowed into Japan because of the pot bust. And she was very upset. I'll try to say it as angry as you. And she was really upset because she thought she was going to really disappoint her fans. Fans of what? The sex tape?
That's it. Chuck them all in the bin. Let's go. No. Strange but true, isn't it? Time to separate the strange but true sheep from the goats. Mikey, Kitty, Tom, you had the ram.
Good evening, Auckland.
We also had the destruction. The destruction.
Good evening, Auckland. I think they're still using this technology in New Zealand.
And this.
I'd like to welcome out again for a little bit of help. Craig Hill.
Craig Hill, ladies and gentlemen.
them to change their ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Make a change, Australia.
The resplendent and beautiful Craig Hill. Do we have a way of tying these three rather disparate items together to make a story that is wholesome and entertaining?
I reckon something. Well, Man in the Mirror. A mirror has to be involved somehow. At least we've got what? We've got a mirror, a ram, a broken TV.
A reflection. I think this is actually an English story about a ram.
It's a trust.
A what?
I think this is an English story. I think, yes.
No.
Oh, my dear Watson, I think this is an English story.
See, where you've gone wrong, Watson. I believe this is an English story, and it involves a ram, bizarrely enough, who was what's it called when they get rutting, isn't it?
No, that's deer.
Oh, right. A female deer?
Do a deer, the female deer.
Do it twice, then she'll never call. This ram was in the mood for love, and first thing a ram does before he actually finds a lady is clear off all the other rams so they don't have a crack. He was at this house, and first thing he saw was
He was at a house.
Well, yeah,
The ram was just at a house, just looking for love. In all the wrong places, clearly.
He was in the backyard, saw his own reflection in the back window, which is a glass window, attacked what he thought was another ram, male ram, smashed through the window, then once inside saw his reflection in the screen of the telly and went...
It looked like me.
And went, oh my God, that's Kitty Flanagan. No, he went, oh look, another slightly smaller ram. He's got to go. Went for the telly, and I think there was even like a drinks cabinet that had a mirror behind it. And he went, Jesus Christ, another ram. And he's got booze. He has to go. So basically, anything in the house that would reflect him,
Smashed it.
He had to take it out.
A similar thing happened to me actually in a hotel where they had floor-length mirrors on the wardrobe. I thought, who's that having a go at my wife? I'm offended and I don't find him attractive.
Having a go at you.
They do have it, ladies and gentlemen. 10 points for them. Yes, after seeing his reflection in a glass door and thinking it was a love rival, a ram has caused over $10,000 damage to a house in Lancashire. Technically, that's a ram raid. The attack was frenzied, violent and woolly destructive. Suffice to say, he's feeling a bit sheepish. The horned hoodlum had been mating with ewes nearby, saw its reflection and charged. Once inside the house, the ram smashed the plasma TV, damaged several items of furniture and made sweet, sweet love to a number of cardigans. When Ed and Paula Smith returned home, they thought they'd been burgled until they saw that their collection of Justin Bieber CDs had remained untouched. Then they knew this was no human thief, but a creature altogether different, unaffected by the catchy stylings of the sweet boy king of lightweight pop. Ed and Paul have since forgiven the ram, but as far as coming inside again, he's barred. No U-turns, more Strange But True right after this. Strange but true, endgame. Claire, Colin, Carrie, your clues were the urn.
Oh, Carrie, so many memories, so many memories.
No, I can't remember.
I have ashes in my lipstick.
Oh, hell.
That's more than Ricky Ponti can say.
I'm going to give you an extra 10 points, Mikey.
Above and beyond.
We also have the slab.
Slab.
And finally this.
Harris Wells.
Harris Wells.
It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday. The manager gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. And the piano
small fires in the stores?
I think it has to do with, because I'm very, I know a lot about this stuff, having just cremated my father with the pot, right?
With the
marijuana.
Pot? Oh,
with
not the pot
marijuana.
of ashes.
No,
You put pot in the
marijuana.
pot.
So you put pot in the coffin and...
Yes.
So for his last birthday, you gave him strippers, and then
I'm the greatest daughter in
in the world.
Yeah.
In the world.
Can I adopt you?
I'm available now suddenly. But you'll have to marry and divorce my mother for Elizabeth Taylor. You seem like the perfect person to do something like that.
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
No, there was a funeral home. The guy asked for a license, an alcohol license, so that you could drink around the dead.
Why wouldn't you?
It seems like an automatic anyway.
So
but
rather than having to take the party to a bar, you can just have
the
the
bar
party there. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, in Sydney, we call that a bowls club.
They do have it, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, with all that shenanigans. Officials in Providence, Rhode Island, have granted a liquor licence to a funeral home so mourners can farewell their loved one, then wander into a traditional Irish pub. Could become a popular haunt. The pub will serve a range of alcoholic drinks to mourners, but it won't serve spirits.
Come on, Australia! Yeah! Oh, let's go!
The pub will be called McBride's because McCorpses sounded too corpsey. A pub in a funeral home makes sense, people. When a loved one dies, you need somewhere to drown your sorrows, connect with friends and families, and kick ass in the pool comp. Unhappy hour is from 7 till 8. Morbid but talkative, 8 till 9. I wonder if it's too early to crack under his missus, 9 till 10. And never like the old bastard anyway, 10 till closing. So, in the mine shaft tonight, Mikey Rodman, Skinny Flanagan and Tom Gleeson scored a courageous 62 points. Trapped by Claire Hooper, Colin Lane and Carrie Fisher on 927 points. 10.com.au/GNW is the place for the podcast, the extra stuff, and our handy hints on beating jet lag. Number 1, stay in 1950 and travel by boat. So we say Yoda was a greenie, and good news for the week ahead, we leave you. Wednesday is National Herpes Awareness Day. People are itching to go, pass it on.
You have no pride left, do you?
It's also World Osteoporosis Day. Give it a crack. Adelaide will host a conference on euthanasia, guaranteed to put anyone to sleep. Carrie Fisher will turn 54, but her buns don't look a day over 25. She's a very generous performer, I've heard. South Korea's new racing circuit will hold its first ever Formula 1 Grand Prix. And in North Korea, Kim Jong-il will sit on a chair making brum-brum noises while everyone claps. And on Friday, there'll be a forum on the topic, Have the traditional forms of journalism let us down in reporting climate change? Followed by a counter-forum where Tony Abbott brown-eyes a scientist. Good night!